Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to another video at Resurwreck Autos HQ. Today, guys, we're going to try and sort out my daughter's Audi A1 gear selecting box, cables, something's going on. Not sure. I've ordered a complete new set, comes with a box, comes with a shifter, comes with the cables. I'm hoping that's going to solve it because there's nothing wrong with the gearbox. The gears go in, you release the cables from the gearbox and the gears go in smoothly and nicely. And, you know, it's not the clutch. It's definitely the gear shifter selector box with the cables. So let me get the car in. We'll have a quick walk around it. I'll quickly explain what's going on, quickly explain what we've got to do today, and then we'll get stuck in. But before I do, guys, just want to quickly say thanks for all the comments last night's video. That Fiesta, yeah, it's a great little car. Once I've done all my little bits to it, and I'm happy with the way it's come out, like the the service and the timing belt, all that sort of side of it. Then someone's going to get a really nice Fiesta. So yeah, and those are the type of cars that I like doing. Is I like finding an half decent one with all the sort of bits and pieces on it. It's a titanium. It isn't a 1.2. I found that yesterday. Someone did comment at me and said that it's a 1.4 titanium, that, isn't it? And I said, no, it's a 1.2 because Copart said on the listing it was 1.2. And then once I'd done a check with my car checker, yeah, it is a 1.4 titanium. Copart does it again. Anyway, can't say too much about them in a minute because I'm using them for cars. Only because, people are asking why I'm going back to Copart. Basically, the other auction place that I use for cars, they've got hardly any cars going through. So you're limited to what you could get and what you could have. With Copart, there's just so many. There's just tons and tons of cars you can choose from. So the choice, was to start using Copart as well as the other company as well. I will use both companies for cars now. So yeah, that's the reason. But you have to, adapt, and you have to move, and you have to sort of change, and you have to, you have to go with the flow, basically. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, that's enough waffling. Let's get cracking. Let's get the daughter's Audi A1 in the workshop, and I'll explain exactly what we've got to do. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys. As you can see, the Audi A1, the daughter's car, is in. We have another gear shifter and selector with cables. This one does seem a lot better, I've got to be honest, but who knows? I'm hoping this is going to solve it. Something's going on on her old one. In here, something's going on underneath there. It just don't seem right. There's something not right. And once I'm going to be taking this out, completely taking it out, and then once we get it out, I'm going to cut open that box underneath with a grinder, and I'm going to find out what is going on. Because just so I know for myself what's happened. You never know. I might come up across another Audi with the same issue, and I'll know. But it just doesn't feel right. There's something not right, and it just won't go into gear. And it ain't the gearbox side. It's definitely this side. But yeah, this is what we've got to do. This is what we've got to swap over. A lot of it's underneath. I've got to be honest. Most of it is going to be underneath there. There's a couple of... This actual box connects with 4 bolts here. 2 of them I've already released, completely taken away. And just leaves these last 2. And then it just becomes, completely loose. And it just drops down. So we need to get... Yeah, like I said, most of the work is going to be underneath the car. First of all, there's some plastic covers on the underside of each side of the car, underneath plastic covers that runs right through from front to back. So I need to get those off first before it goes on the ramp, because if I bring it back, I won't be able to get to those screws that's holding those plastic covers on. So I'm going to use a jack the car up, take those two off first, then bring the car back, put it up here, take the car up, and then we can have a good look underneath. So let me set you up. Let's get cracking. Let's do this. Right, okay guys, let me show you what is going on. So, we are underneath the car, obviously, and I've took the two covers, one run across that side and one run across this side, because to be able to get, let me just show you where it is, first of all. And so you see that box up there, it's like a little metal box, aluminium thing. That's the actual shifter thing, so it's above all this heat shield. Heat shield here has got to come down. Exhaust has got to be lowered, hopefully just lowered and not taken apart. I'll have to see if I can just take it off the hangers here, hangers at the back, and then it will just lower. I'll have to take this cross member off here so I can get this heat shield out. But I'm hoping, yeah, if I just release it all, then maybe slide the heat shield back, and then I can see the box in. Maybe it'll come down enough. I don't know. It's just I've never done something like this before, so I've got to try and sort of just bear with it and yeah, see how we go. So that is what we've got to do now. I'm going to set you up. Let's get cracking. See what we can do. Let's do this. Right, okay guys, let me show you what I found already. You just see there, I've just removed the heat shield there, a couple of brackets to allow the exhaust to come down, to see how much room I've got. Whether or not that's going to be enough room there to be able to let that box come all the way down, I don't know in a minute. This exhaust might have to come out, I don't really know, but let's see how we go. But let me show you already what I found, and it's not even down yet when it comes to damage. Can you see that there? That is a cable that is absolutely falling to pieces. So that's probably why we are having issues. Definitely, you can see it there, look. That's not supposed to be like that, guys. So we've probably found the problem here, got to be honest. So yeah, I've got to disconnect them from the gearbox side, undo a couple of bolts that's holding the bracket on, and then those cables will be free. Then we'll go on top, undo the 2 bolts that's holding this box on, and then it should come down. But we'll see. We'll see if we can get it down. So yeah, let's crack on, and I'll set you up outside. Let's do this. Right, okay guys, let's have a look. So you can see I've pulled down the old one, and then like we saw earlier, we can straight away see that's the reason why we're having problems with this. So yeah, I think this is going to solve it. Fingers crossed. I've just got to reposition the linkages and make sure that obviously they're adjusted properly as well. But yeah, that's our issue. Gotta be. So yeah, just a reverse now. Put that one back in place, and then put it all back together, and hopefully this will do it. So let's keep going, see what we can do. I've also, whilst I've got the car, I'm going to do a service. I'll do an oil change, oil filter, air filter as well on it, just to freshen it up as well for her. So yeah, we've still got a load of bits and pieces to do, but at least the old one is out now, and we can now do the process of doing the reverse and putting it back together. Hopefully this will solve it. Fingers crossed. I think it will, because it just looks rotten. Even though like it's still, as I'm moving the shifter, it's moving that one. But this one is the reverse one. And this one was the one that was getting, terrible. So let's get cracking. Let's put it all back together. Let's put this one in, see if it works. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this will do it for her. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys, we are getting there. The new cables are there. You can see them just there, and the box is in place. It runs underneath, and the inside is here. I'm not going to put none of this back together or back to normal until, you know, 100% happy with the way the gears are shifting and putting, you know, getting into gear and stuff like that. So I'm just going to leave all that like it is. I think you're supposed to see that there's a little hole. You're supposed to line that hole up with this one like that, and then put a pin through these two, and then you can, that's how you adjust the cables. But I've got to look into that. Let's just put it all back together. I'll put all the underneath back together, put it all, you know, as it should, and then all we've got to do then is work on the top part of the car, this part and the engine part. So let me set you up. Let's get cracking. Let's put all these bits and pieces back on, put the heat shield back in place, slide that back on, and then yeah, we can hopefully get this done for us. So let's keep going. Fingers crossed this works. Let's do this. Right, okay guys, so we made some good progress now. Let me show you what I've done. So, as you can see here, I'm using this little pin. I'm using a little pin, and it's a locking pin from one of my timing kits. I think it's from the Fiesta timing kit box. So I'm just using that pin just to hold it in place, and that's not going to go nowhere. That's where it should be. So once you've locked it there, you lock it this end, the gearbox end, with, there's like a, let me show you my torch. Okay, so see that pin here in the back of the gearbox just there? That pin, you push the gears down, push that pin in, and then that's in its that's in its locking position. Then you put these end connectors on the reverse and the gear side, and then let go of the spring here. Let go of that spring there, let it back, and then that should be set. So now what we've got to do is release this pin, and then you see it's released down there. Now that's released. Now what we've got to do is we've got to release the pin on the inside, and that should because I've never done it before, this should be in the right position now, and the gears should work. Do you know what? That seems all right, you know. What I'm going to do for the moment, I'm going to leave the airbox out. The airbox and that sits over here. I'm going to leave all that out. There's a couple of connections that I've disconnected as well and that, but I think it'll be all right. I'm going to start her up, and I'm going to see if she'll go into gear and move backs and forwards. So I'll set you back up. Let's crack on. Hopefully, if all goes to plan, all goes well, then I'm just going to box it all up, finish it all off, and then we're going to continue completing her car. But so far so good. Plus I've done a service as well. Done the oil change, oil filter, air filter is in there, new one's in there. Topped up the fluid coolant as well, because that was a little bit low. I'll check her water for her washer jets as well. Check that, make sure, fill that up as well for her. And then just to do a general check around for her, make sure it's all good still, and see how far we get today. But let's keep going. Let me set you up. Let's get this done for her. Right, okay guys, so we have completed this car. It's done. It works as it should. All the gear are in the right position. Yeah, I'm well chuffed with this. So it's exactly where it should be sitting, central. We've got all the gears. The only thing I've really got to do is take it for a quick test drive. So that's what I will do, just to check. But I've got to be honest, I'm pretty happy with the way it's come out. You know, it was a little bit long and it did take a bit of time, but definitely worth it, guys. So yeah, she can have her car back now. Thank God. She's been stressing. She's been stressing, bless her, that she hasn't got a car, and she needs it back by Monday for work. Because she's been away on a little holiday for a week, so that it worked out quite well. But you know, it is what it is, and I got it done for her. What else? Oh, the white Fiat 500, the white Fiat 500 is sold. They literally turned up. Loved the car. Loved the fact that they can see the videos on how the repair and how it's been put back on the road. And yeah, they went and looked at a couple others, Fiat 500s, which was proper dog, horrible, dirty, yes, disgusting cars. And you know, they said that, you know, this one here you've done is yes, 100 times better. So yeah, that Fiat 500 is now sold and gone. So we'll be looking for another little project to replace that one, probably next week. But for now, whew, what a busy day. This is hopefully done. Like I said, I'm going to run it, take a little test drive and have a little look, see what's going on. But I reckon, yeah, I think we're good. And she can have a car back. So, guys, it is Friday. That's the end of today's video and the end of the videos for this week. Have a great weekend, guys. And I'll see you on Monday. Take care. See you soon. And thanks for watching.